You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming. It's 17 minutes of the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia, Nate's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. So much better. With my towel still wrapped around my waist, I walk over to my dresser and start scrounging for something nice to wear. Never knew mid-afternoon showers could feel so nice. It hasn't even been that long since classes got out for the weekend, but it feels like I've waited a week for this moment. A quick spray of deodorant here, a little cologne there. Perfect! You know you smell good when you can no longer make out that wet fur odor. Nate and I agreed we were going to have our first date today, and I want to make sure I leave a good impression. I mean, it's not like we haven't hung out already, even before we officially became a couple. But still, this is our first date. It needs to be special. Ah, that's a nice shirt. I pull it out of the drawer and stick it on my bed, where I'm slowly assembling the most snazzy outfit I can muster. I'm glad him and I are able to meet up today. We were supposed to have our date yesterday, but Nate got too caught up in his theater stuff. Oh well, it just means we're able to have a Friday evening all to ourselves. Can't stop the butterflies from welling up within me. This is the most excited I've been in a while. Those pants are pretty nice. I wonder if I should put on a tie. I sit at my desk randomly browsing around on the internet. I'm pretty proud of the outfit I assembled. I hope Nate likes it. He should be calling me any minute now. Ah, there it is. The name Nate Moretti pops up on my phone screen. Right on time, too, just a minute before 5 p.m. I take a deep breath to calm myself down before answering. I don't want to come across as overly excited or desperate. No, just gotta be normal. Hey, Nate! Good afternoon, darling. Hearing his voice on the other side makes me smile. How was rehearsal? Oh, everything went spectacular. We're gearing up for final role selection next week, so everyone's giving it their all right now. Sounds pretty intense. There's a brief lull in the conversation. Quick, I have to think of something. So, can you believe this is the first time we've ever talked to each other on the phone? That's right, yeah. We've had everyone's phone numbers for weeks, too. Not too much to talk about when we see each other every couple of days for a lab, I guess. Yeah. Another lull. I tug on my collar to let a little air in. Why am I being so nervous? Anyway, are you ready for our evening on the town? I can practically hear him smiling on the other end of the line. Of course, I can't wait to see you. Well, I'm walking out the door right now. I'll meet you outside. Oh, already? You're not the only one that's excited. Okay, I'll be right down. See you. With that, our first phone call ends. I quickly comb my hair with my fingers and pocket my phone. This is really happening. Double checking to make sure I have everything I need on me, I quickly make my way out the door. But not too quickly. I don't want him to think I'm desperate or anything. Yeah, what, are you like weirdo that likes kissing boys? Yes. I step out the side entrance like usual and quickly scan the field for any signs of a familiar fox. I can definitely tell it's Friday afternoon. Students are heading in every direction, almost always in pairs or groups. There's even a few gatherings on the grass with blankets laid out. Wouldn't be college without one asshole with the guitar strumming along while a flock of women surround him. I said maybe. A shiver runs down my spine, all the more cringe when I know the song he's singing. Ben, hi! I smile when Nate separates from another group and heads my way. Hey, Nate! Who are they? Just some people I know from one of my classes. Wow, look at you! He reaches out and pats my shoulder. You really dressed up nice for this, didn't you? I can't help but blush. I'm glad he noticed. Oh, well, you know how it is. I think you look very handsome, darling. And maybe I should have worn something nicer for this, too. I wave my hands in front of me and shake my head. No, don't worry about it. I think you look fine. Besides, you dress nice in general. Oh, you're just saying that. I mean it. You don't need to dress up any more for me than you already do. Thanks. You don't have to do that either, okay? Let me have it just this one time. Fair enough. The two of us start making our way down the main path. He walks alongside me with his hands stuffed in his pockets. I'll admit, I'm really excited about this. My heart's pounding really hard. I am too. I didn't expect you to be the one I'd end up dating. And not that I'm complaining or anything. I know what you mean, don't worry. Ha. I take a deep breath of the clean coastal air. I can't say I expected it either. I figured I'd be one of those campus eunuchs who'd spend their entire days after class in their dorm room. You? Nah. You're far too sociable to end up like that. I think back to the way I was when I first transferred to Bernard Academy. You'd be surprised. So, do you have anything in mind you want to do today? Nothing specific. I wouldn't mind taking a walk downtown, though. Haven't had a chance to see the city yet. I've seen a little bit, but it was mainly from the passenger seat of a car. I guess that means we'll just explore and see where our whims take us. Sounds like a plan to me. Yeah, let's go this way. He laughs as he splits away from me and begins cutting across the sophomore dorms. Hey, wait up! Yeah, I mean, there's only a serial killer on the loose, you know. Before long, we find ourselves crossing the crosswalk onto Saint Street. It's been a bit since my last visit here. Wow! Looking over at Nate, it seems like he's got stars in his eyes. I knew about the town's Swedish history, but this all looks so... European? Yeah! I laugh a little under my breath. I was caught off guard the first time, too. So you've been off campus before? A few times, yeah. I point at the restaurant we're quickly coming up on. See that? That's the Saint Street Cafe. I went there with Karina the day after orientation. Ah, is the food good? He runs ahead of me yet again. Yeah, why? Good, because I'm starving. Why don't we grab a bite to eat while we're here, darling? Nate shoots me a coy grin that's hard to refuse. Sure, if that's what you want to do. Fabulous, let's head inside. I can't help but get excited along with him. God, his energy is just too infectious. Surprisingly, it isn't terribly busy this evening. Not long after we walk in, we're led to a really nice table for two close to the window by the hostess. Once again, Nate seems to be in awe at what's before him. So pretty. Now that I've been here a couple times, the first time feeling is a bit lost on me, isn't it? While Nate's eyes dart across the room, mine are instead gazing out the window. I watch pensively as the myriad of vehicles and pedestrians cross my line of sight. Peeking through the alleys between some buildings, I can see a bit of the ocean in the distance. It can be hard to notice once you're used to the sights, but Santa Lucia really is a picturesque town. Ah! My ears perk up when the fox across from me lets out a gasp. Chris, hi! Nate fans his fingers at our mentor, who quickly makes his way over to our table. Nate! Ben! It's good to see you! I didn't expect to serve anyone I knew this evening. You work here, Chris? Chris pulls out a pad of paper and a pen from one of his pockets. I do! Well, only on the weekends. But yes. That's so cool! So Friday counts as the weekend too? I have the evening shift, and every little bit helps. Ooh, I always wanted to be a waiter. Is it fun? What kind of people do you meet? I bet there's a lot of weirdos downtown. How many coworkers do you have? How often do you see people you know from school here? Are there any positions available? Gah! Jeez, Nate, give the guy room to breathe first. Second, y'all. Water time. Sorry, I guess I got a little carried away there. It's quite alright, mate. Do you need time to look at the menu first? Yeah, give us a sec. I'll be right back then. The Aussie takes the opportunity to dip out of the game of 20 questions and move on to the next table. Didn't think you'd be that excited over Chris having an off-campus job. Oh, but it adds so much character. I love finding out little details about people I like. It gives me more material to draw from for when I write. I'd imagine it'd help lots for acting, too. It does, yeah. His gaze finally falls on the menu in front of him. Do you know what you're going to get? Probably the same thing I got last time. What was that? I pointed at the sandwiches section. The turkey avocado sandwich. That's a good choice. I think I'm going to order something more filling. I raised an eyebrow at that. I told you I'm starving, didn't I? Right as Chris was walking by again, Nate raises a hand and gets his attention. Chris, we're ready to order. What can I get for you, mates? Nate looks at me expectantly. I'll have the turkey avocado sandwich and a glass of iced tea. Alrighty. And you, Nate? Nate plants a firm finger down on his menu. I'll have this. For real? It's really big, trust me. Some customers have a really hard time getting their mouth around it. Oh, I bet they do. My other eyebrow raises. Of course, my gutter brain goes to another topic, but trust me, Chris, I've had much bigger things in my mouth before. Just what the hell is he ordering? Okay, I hope you're ready for this. Any drink with your triple cheeseburger deluxe? My eyes widen as I stare at the live fox. Just a Coke would be fine. Righto! I'll be back with your food as soon as it's ready. Call me if there's anything you need. Nate waves goodbye to the Aussie as he rushes to put in our order. Bye, Chris. He's still smiling when his gaze meets mine. What? Is something wrong? You ordered what? A triple cheeseburger. Is that weird? No, not really. Just the last thing I expect from you. He holds a hand up to his chin. I told you I was hungry, didn't I? His toothy grin is so irresistible I can't help but smile back. That you did. I chuckle under my breath. Well, if you need help finishing that, don't hesitate to push some my way. That won't be necessary, darling. Where I'm from, this is a light meal. About 10 minutes later, we're served our meals by Chris. To my surprise, Nate really did manage to slam that whole burger down his stomach. Ironically, it was me who had trouble finishing my little sandwich, to which Nate was more than happy to help me with. He's got a good appetite for meat. With dinner out of the way, we head back out onto the street. That was delicious! Thank you for the dinner, Ben. Don't mention it. Being the gentleman that I am, I took care of the bill. I'm sure I'll be feeling that on the bank statement later, but for now... It's enough to see him smile. We press on down the sidewalk after the cafe. Admittedly, I haven't gone farther than this on foot, so we're in new territory for me. I gawk at the variety of stores as we pass by them. It seems there's a little bit for everyone here. Though I notice they've all got a bit of a youth focus. Most likely because of their proximity to the university. Gotta know your clientele, I suppose. Ben, look over there! Huh? He points a finger to a clearing that's emerging across the street. That looks like a park. Want to check it out? Looking carefully, I notice there's a distinct feature that's rising above the buildings closer to us. It looks like a clock tower. It must be the park Russell drove me past way back when. Sure, let's do it. Cool. A bit further up the road, we find a nice crosswalk to get us to the other side. Once in the park, Nate ends up leading the way. Ben, look how beautiful it is! I smile to myself. He really has an almost childlike sense of wonder. Yeah, it really is. And that tower! Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!